Hey, what's up? Swag here, aka didn't get into the content creator program, aka Swark, aka Mr. Worldwide, aka fuck it, just roll the intro. Hey monkeys, what's up? Welcome back to this channel. So because monkeys can't read, I assume that you have no fucking clue what this video is about. Let me tell you a story about a wee little swaggy who wanted to join the Warframe content creator, formerly known as partner program. Before we do that, do hit that thumbs up button down there and subscribe to the channel for no other reason than shitty videos. And yeah, no, that's actually it. Now, why did I want to join this program that is full of exclusive content creators? Honestly, to be able to give back to you, the viewer of this video, without having to really dish plat prices and such out of my own pocket. It's basically rewards for viewers packed in a wrapping of selfishness. But I also kind of wanted the recognition to come with it, a form of self-validation if you will, should I get accepted. All of that however was before Warframe got some very questionable updates that really weren't worth the time we had to wait for them to be released. Those feelings and expectations were also before I self-reflected on who and how I want to be as someone who makes videos on YouTube, or call it content creator, however you like to name it. Week after week, I waited for the queue to open up again, because after the Christmas holidays of 2020, the form where you could apply was closed for 2 to almost 3 months. Week after week, this channel grew, and week after week I saw more and more views and subscribers rolling in, giving me a sense of false security that should I actually apply, it wouldn't be a real issue to get accepted, since there are creators in there with far less subscribers, and there are creators in there who haven't posted or streamed Warframe related content in months, and my videos go up every week. It's a little bit of a mindfuck, to be honest. Diving in headfirst in researching what people do who are in the Warframe content creator space, being on Twitter, discussing things with some of them in DMs, and generally surrounding myself with all the info I could get, drifted me further and further away from wanting to be in that space though. Now generally I have nothing against Digital Extremes as a company, and even less against the people who work there. I do have alternative ideas to how the game should be run, and voice constructive criticism in my videos. I've always done that and will never stop doing that. In my opinion, it's important to cover the positives and negatives of a game and make sure your viewers are in the clear of what to expect when they start playing it. However, how Digital Extremes handled the partner program and set up the content creator program is far from what I would consider a desirable title or group to join for me personally. Now, to the creators who are in there and who I consider something along the lines of friends or acquaintances, or generally just, people who happen to be Warframe content creators, I mean no disrespect. On the contrary, if you're in the content creator space of Warframe, I encourage that. I find it awesome that you have proven yourself and get the tools to give back to your community and reach a bigger audience. But nobody can deny that there are creators in there simply because they have a big audience. Because for one example, and no, I'm not going to name names this time because that's just bad taste, one creator in the program quite literally hasn't streamed, made a video, or otherwise posted anything Warframe related from the Heart of Demos update until the Sister of Parvos update came out. Now I don't know about you, but when I get people into my content creator space, as a company, I want them to keep making content, especially when the tools are given to do more, like first day access, giveaways, and so much more. That's not the only thing though. When having applied to get into the Warframe content creator program, there's a prompt thanking you for your application and asking you to give DE 2 to 3 weeks time for a response. Now I applied not even half an hour later than another creator, who I will also not name, because we're friends. Said creator got accepted after 3 weeks. As mentioned before, that is within the 2 to 3 week time period DE set for themselves to respond to applicants. You want to know when my application got an answer? As someone who does criticize the game, you really want to know? Alright, I applied on April 22nd. The reply came in on July 26th. That means it took DE 3 months and 4 days to to reply with the following of what I assume is a macro they use, because there's no useful information in there whatsoever as to why my application got denied. So here's the email. Hi Swaggram, thank you for applying to the Warframe Creator Program. After reviewing your content, we are unfortunately unable to accept your application at this time. Please know that a denial does not hurt your chances for joining the program in the future. Keep working on interacting with your awesome community and creating great content. And feel free to reapply when applications reopen. If you have any questions or just want to chat, please don't hesitate to reply to this email. Kind regards, Warframe Creator Team. Coming from a customer support / community management background, I can almost certainly say that this is a text macro. This isn't super important stuff, but since DE also works with Zendesk as a support software, I'm very aware that these macros can be edited, and even when using a macro, you can edit the text later on. So why didn't I get a reason? But the better question is, why didn't my application get accepted? Is it a straight up numbers game, or does it have to do with discussion videos like this one, or even this one? I think it's a mix of both. Looking at the applicants who have been accepted over the last few months, it looks like DE is laying an emphasis on curated content, meaning they partner up with creators who have a predominantly positive attitude towards the game, and some could even be described as, in my words, fanboys or fangirls. In the grand scheme of things, it makes sense for a company to surround themselves with creators who push the positive sides of the game. What DE is inadvertently doing here though is making sure that people like me, who would rather be dead honest about the game, but still offer possible alternative solutions and work with other players / creators to formulate new mission types, add damage systems, mods, hell, even alternatives to the fucked up makeshift battle pass we have right now, can't offer their community of Warframe players the same benefits as the ones who don't or rarely criticize the game for what it is. I'd even go as far as saying that with curating the content DE supports through their content creator program, they create a false image of the game, making it look better than it actually is. Because the game gets white knighted to death if there's no content supported by DE that brings out systems that need to be improved upon to make the game better. This all ties into the age-old question of, is DE willing to take constructive criticism without taking it personal? And I have to answer that with the resounding, I don't think so. I don't think that the ideas offered and the criticism expressed gets listened to. I don't think that DE gives a fuck about it, unless it gets major upstanding or you're a big creator. Which is totally fine if DE wouldn't have made their image to look like they're supportive of idea crafting and a company / game dev that listens to their community. If you don't want feedback from players who may have opinions and ideas that don't correspond with your vision of the game, then at least be honest about it and communicate that. Speaking of big creators and a whole bunch of other shit, with TennoCon and the trailer of the new war, which honestly I'm super excited about.
Fuck off!
There were many creators who got paid to write tweets, post stuff on Instagram, etc, etc. Even creators who have been on a Warframe hiatus for a long time, or simply didn't enjoy the game enough to keep playing it, returned and spoke exclusively about positive things. I mean, of course you get paid to do it, but in my opinion, it doesn't make you less of a creator or less of a person. But if you've been to a point where you don't play Warframe anymore, only come back because there's money involved through a big marketing splash, then honestly I don't know what the fuck to say to you anymore. Even big creators who have been with DE from the start, who have relentlessly helped players out, built huge communities, and supported the game throughout the years, get denied. Why, you ask? Because these creators don't fuck around with just giving you the good bits. They also explain to you that there are things to improve upon, that there are inconsistencies with Warframe and DE as a developer. In short, they tell you the truth. However hard it may be for some Warframe players to accept, instead of withholding the information from you and telling you, oh, Warframe is fine, Warframe is amazing, well, in reality, Warframe isn't fine, and Warframe isn't the end-all be-all game it could be if DE would just listen to the community as a whole instead of the curated voices they've picked out themselves. The fact it still feels like DE puts their head in the sand and goes la 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 whenever it's about actual fixes in the game is a dead giveaway that we as players simply aren't taken seriously and they'd rather listen to their army of yes men. But this video isn't about shortcomings of Warframe itself. The video is about the shortcomings and shit practices that surround the content creator program, so I won't go further into that topic. Now, do I care about not getting accepted? No. I already stated this many a time that even if I got accepted, I'll decline the partnership, simply because it doesn't align with me as a person or creator anymore. My independence from DE is more important to me than being able to do 75 plat giveaways here and there, to have access to some of the stuff from a new update first day, and having a fancy title. The videos are also now on a path where I can dish that out of my own pocket, so I will dish it out of my own pocket. And that's also straight up thanks to you guys, the viewers, who keep watching my videos, who keep liking my videos, keep subscribing, so thank you a lot for that. Now, 1 month into my application, all I really cared about is how long it would take DE to even respond to my application, since multiple way bigger creators have waited 4 to even 5 months just to get a denial, which in my opinion is absolutely unacceptable. Especially when you have a 2 to 3 week response period ironed on your website. Make it so people who do apply don't get false expectations of a timely reply and change that to 1 to 3 months or something. We, as in the people who make content around Warframe, already have to deal with large amounts of dry as shit months where nothing gets released, or the content that gets released is subpar in the sense that you can play through it in literally half an hour. Grinding for weapons not included because I simply don't count that in as quality content. Meaning, we already have to wait for content, so having people who cover your content in whatever way wait for months to get their applications accepted or denied is straight up bullshit.
It's all bullshit, folks. It's all bullshit, and it's bad for you.
If your team isn't capable of reviewing an appropriate amount of channels for them to reply in time, then make sure they get the tools and amount of people necessary to make sure they can. If you treat it as a side job and push it on people who already have a lot on their plate, then instead make sure you make a designated title for it and put 2 or 3 people on it with guidelines to follow. You're a big boy now, DE. You're not the small indie company you used to be, and it's time to up those management skills to make sure your teams are built to a point where they can handle the amount of traffic you expose them to. I don't think there's a whole lot more to say. Hopefully DE improves upon the program itself and fix their horrendous reply timing. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this video and got something out of it. If you did, do leave a like, make sure the channel gets recommended to more people, and subscribe for more guides, builds, and of course, discussion videos around different games. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, Tenno. Later.